Hello, today I'm going to be talking about Chapter 10, Muscle Tissue. Okay, so there's going to be 3 different types of muscle tissue, but each tissue has qualities. The first one being excitability. This changes electrical states. It also sends electrical waves along entire lengths of membrane. The electrical wave is action potential, and this essentially helps the muscle contract. The second one being elasticity. This returns to the original wave length when relaxed. Bone and cartilage cannot do this. The third one being extensibility. This is used normally if you're doing yoga or any kind of stretching or extending the muscle. It's also called plasticity, and this is where the muscle adopts new length. Fourth one, contractility. This is the ability to shorten when stimulated, and this is caused by action potential. And the last one being excitability. When there is a pull on its attachment points and it shortens in force. This is when neurotransmitters or electrical impulse are initiated. So here are the 3 types of muscles. First one being skeletal muscle tissue. It is, as you can see, it has lines, and it has dots which are darkly stained nuclei. This makes it striated also. And the thing about skeletal muscles is that it is voluntary. It is also striated and multinucleated because muscle cells add on to each other to create this sort of pattern. The second one is smooth muscle tissue. This one is not striated. It is basically everywhere in the body, and it is involuntary. And you could tell it has stretched. The way it looks like it has like stretched dots. And the third one is cardiac muscle tissue. By its name, it's only in the heart. It has 1 or 2 nuclei, and it is striated, and this is because of the A and I bands that alternate. It is also electrically connected to each other, and then this is a gap junction, and it allows calcium to pass to one cell to another to contract at the same time. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about muscle similarities. So skeletal and smooth muscles are both long, and they're also called muscle fibers, but skeletal muscles are like very long. And all 3 muscles require 2 different types of filaments, which are actin and myosin. And this is the vocabulary for muscles. So the main one that was talked about in this chapter is skeletal muscle tissue. And basically this is the tissue where the striations are visible, and the movements in this muscle is voluntary because you have to think in order for the muscle to move. And it also contracts quickly because it gets tired quickly. The next one is cardiac muscle tissue. It is in the heart. It's striated just like skeletal, and it is involuntary, meaning you don't have to think for the muscle to move. It does it on its own. Next is smooth muscle tissue. Like I said earlier, this is found mostly everywhere in the body. It is not referred to as not a striated muscle, and it is also involuntary, meaning you don't have to think about it moving. So this is the skeletal muscle. As you can see, this is the skeletal muscle as a whole, but the skeletal muscle is wrapped in the epimysium. So yeah, it surrounds it, and inside is muscle fascicle, and basically it is bundles of fiber, and then wrapped inside that is the perimysium. Mysium is basically the same thing, but it's just a different layer. And then this is wrapped in the endomysium, just like the epimysium, but inside that layer is endo. And then inside of the muscle fascicle bundles is muscle fibers, and which holds the sarcolemma, which is a myofibril. So they are all wrapped in together, creating the skeletal muscle. So here's a better picture of the skeletal muscle. So as we can see, the outermost layer is the epimysium, and then inside of that is the perimysium, which is shown here. And these little bundles of fibers are being wrapped in endomysium. Skeletal muscle attachments. So there are two main words that you need to know, which is origin and insertion. So origin is when muscle tendons attach to the bone, and it's where the body part is being moved. And so the body part that is being moved means that the tendon isn't being moved. And then the tendon is attached to the bone, and the bone that moves is insertion. So as you can see from this picture. So this is a microscopic section of the skeletal muscle. This is broken down into three sections, two and a small other section. As you can see, there's two different lines going down this muscle, and it is known as dark A band and light I bands. From what I know, the A bands stay the same length during contraction of the muscle, and the I bands shorten. But as you can see, this has multiple nuclei, and beyond this picture, the muscle cell is very long. But yeah, thank you for listening.